what we do now is we just put this to the side. We'll be mounting the regulator now, the electric light bulb. To make it easy, I didn't remove this adjustment guide. All I do is slide this roller in and then bolt the 4 down. But before we go there, I gotta remove the old plug. The old vent window crank. Just one more check, making sure everything is ready. And then what we do is we start mounting this. Okay, the back part of the roller is already in the channel. You got to make sure your wiring itself is not binding on the sheet metal, okay? Before you bolt it down. Okay, wiring is clear. We're just going to test the motor up and down real quick, see if it's working properly. Just with my jumpers, positive, negative. Remember, this is the same voltage that was going on the old motor. The old motor, if you noticed it, it was going up and down really slow. Now, with the same voltage, it's going up and down a little bit more efficiently. The new motors are actually a little bit better just in design. Over the years, everything has improved as far as the electronics in the motors and the gearing ratios, the compactness of the motors. So we got improvements on that end. So what we do at this point, we are gonna roll down roughly midpoint the regulator and just leave it there for right now. Well, not even midpoint, but right about there is good. And then we just started installing the the run channel. We install the run channel, and at this point we can actually install the outside scraper. The outside scraper, if you noticed, our scrapers do not have any clips on them. Our scrapers themselves do not have any clips on them. I'm going to go through some steps to show you how to install the clips. Eventually we are going to be upgrading these scrapers to include the clips. Just right now we haven't been able to. And it's really easy. What you can also do on the outside skin is use regular black self-tapping screws, the tech screws. They blend in right to the blackness of the scraper, and you just remember to screw right under this. Remember, if you screw where the flapper is, you are going to notice it on the outside. So remember to screw right under the flapper assembly. The screws work fine as well. As you can tell, with everything taken already fully apart, we've already pre-cut. We've pre-cut this section. We take a hacksaw, cut off two sides, and then we actually can cut across this way. You can also use a plasma cutter. On this end over here, there's a tab connecting here. You just cut that tab off. You can cut with virtually with a full hacksaw, giving yourself all the clearance that you need to get the one-piece window installed. If you notice, the run channel is fully out right now. With this already cut, we can install the run channel around the perimeter. And remember, the run channel itself, when we measure it, I measure basically from the top to the bottom, and then take that same distance and just apply it down up to here. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. When you cut the point, this angle here, do not slice through the run channel itself. Cut the back end. Just slice the back end of it, keeping it together, and then all you'll do is bend it in this direction, and then just let it flap roughly about 2 to 3 inches below the scraper line, and you should be okay. You can press it into the run channel. There's a cavity for it. We're going to go ahead and install the run channel, and then we're also going to install the actual horizontal bar that actually attaches to the door glass. With the rollers already in place, if for any reason these nuts that we supply get in the way, go ahead and grind the back nut, I mean the actual stud, not the nut. Just grind the stud and leave it smooth. That way when it goes on the front, you'll notice that you might have a clearance issue as it's going up and down. The nut itself will probably hit the regulator. So just go ahead and grind it, and you should be okay. In this step right here, we're going to be taking our run channel, measure the distance from roughly here to here. So this is about how much room you got. So you already know you don't slice fully through, you just slice the back end. Watch your fingers, of course. Basically what you want to happen is when you actually bend it, you won't see it, it'll be seamless basically. So when you make that little angled bend, you won't see any pie cuts or anything from the outside of the car. On the inside, don't forget to push it into the channel. Make sure it's even all the way around. Okay, we'll roll the window, the regulator. This This is actually the mirror adjustment. You're gonna relocate it obviously because the vent window's not in the way anymore. So you just want to make sure when you're done that it's completely out of the way of the travel of the window. Right now the run channel's all in. We're going to be installing the horizontal channel, which is pretty easy. Okay, at this point you can actually see the holes. We're going to take the glass now and mount it. What I want to do before we put in the glass, sometimes I actually put the outside scraper on, which is pretty much this one. We go ahead and take it and we just screw it down. Okay, generally what we're going to be doing is actually installing the scrapers now. At this point, we want to put them in simply because we don't want to scratch the glass on install. So what I take, my Tech self-tapping screws, line it up, make sure everything's straight. Okay, there's one. So I'll put like 3 or 4 screws in. They're not going to go anywhere with these self-tappers. We got 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're evenly spaced out. Now your scrapers are not going to go anywhere. Now at this point the glass can go in, bolted down to your horizontal channel. 2 10mm bolts. We got it ready. And we roll the window all the way up. Then we install the front vertical guide. I'll show you along the way.